So today in Tukvar, like, if we go straight, it will just take less, like it's a 9 kilometers only.
Yeah.
But we are taking the different route, so it might take like 12 to 13 kilometers. Okay. And first, this is the Chowrasta, which means the 4 roads. The Chowrasta. So 4 roads.
Yeah.
And when the British were here, they used to make like, there's a background also. So they used to, like, every Sunday it's a picnic, kind of a picnic spot.
Yeah.
And up there is a observatory hill also. And when they were planting the tea gardens here, and that time they used to use the horse and all. So that time there were no cars and all. So they used the horses, and the horse stable is nearby there. So this is the square. It is also called the heart of Darjeeling.
Yeah. I had dinner over here last night.
Oh, you came here?
Yeah, I was up the hill. I walked through here for dinner.
From here, we'll straight go to the Bhutia Busty Monastery. Okay? Bullet. You know the father of Pakistan? Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Dinner, yeah.
Yeah. Jinnah met her wife there only, in that Windermere hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that is also one of the famous hotels of Darjeeling, the old one. That's the kind of tall out of it. So this is the Bhutia Busty Monastery, and later on it was shifted here. The real place of this monastery was nearby your hotel in the observatory here. And actually this monastery is one of the oldest monastery of Sikkim. It was built in 17th century. The real place was up there, and it was all destroyed by the invention of Gorkhas that time. And later on, in that place, the Lord Shiva's temple was built there. And still in that temple, you can see the Buddhist monk and the Hindu priest still praying together. And it was shifted here. And later on, it was again destroyed by an earthquake. And again rebuilt by the Chogyal of Sikkim in 19th century. This is one of the oldest monasteries of. I told you yesterday that the Tibetan school have the Tibetan Buddhism has the 4 schools: the Nyingma, Kagyu, Sakya, and the Geluk, also known as the red hat and the yellow hat. So this monastery belongs to the Kagyu, which comes under the red hat sect. Monastery is close. You can take a look around from here. You see all these paintings, they are called the protectors of the temples. It's locked. They used to be the Bong masters. Before Buddhism in Tibet, there used to be the religion named the Bon. So they were the Bon masters.
So what's the meaning of the prayer wheels?
Prayer wheels for the good hope, fortune, good fortune. And it is said, like, if you rotate the prayer wheel, your wish is going to be fulfilled also. Yeah. You'll see different kind of prayer wheels, like some of the big prayer wheels with in hand also. Lots of kind of prayer wheels. It's all written in the Tibetan. Before Buddhism, the Tibet used to follow their own religion. It's called the Bon that time. So Bon was like, they used to do some tantra, mantra, like they used to sacrifice, the human sacrifice, the animal sacrifice. So later on, when the king, Songtsen Gampo, he didn't want, and he had 2 wives. One wife was from Nepal and one wife was from China. And the Chinese wife was the white Tara, and the Nepalese wife was the green Tara. So that time, both were the queens were already influenced by the Buddhism. So they want to spread Buddhism in Tibet as well. But the Bons were very powerful. And later on, another king came, the Datsun Khenpo. That time, he also wanted to spread the Buddhism. But, the Bongs were too powerful that the...
So who is this, the Bon?
Bon, they have the religion, like a Buddhist.
They're like the
but
priests?
Yes, like the Buddhism only. But like they used to do sacrifice and all, like the kind of a black magic and all. So they want to stop that and to spread Buddhism. And the bond were too powerful that the queen was, what to say, like the queen was influenced by the bong, and she was kind of hypnotized with the bongs, and she wanted to stop. And the king wanted to spread the Buddhism, and the queen wanted to stop. And they had and later on they did some pujas and all. And finally, the one monk used to be the professor in Nalanda University in India. His name was the Sanstarastika. And the king knew about him, that he's the very good Buddhism master. So the king called the Sanstarika to the Tibet to spread the Buddhism. But the bongs were too powerful that the Sanstarika was also defeated with the bongs. And later on, Sanstarika gave an idea to you should call the Guru Rinpoche to the Tibet. And Guru Rinpoche was very powerful at magics and all also, and he had the big knowledge about the Buddhism also. So later on, when he went to the Tibet, the Guru Rinpoche spread the Buddhism. And he is also known as the second Buddha in Tibet. So what we do in Darjeeling and Sikkim, we do follow the Tibetan Buddhism. From that side, it influences Sikkim, and Darjeeling used to be the part of Sikkim. So you will see all the monasteries. This is all the Tibetan Buddhism.
Is there Buddhism in Nepal?
Down there, it's a place called the Ging.
Yeah.
The Ging, there was also one monastery. So it's kind of a resting place for the king that time. Now the present capital of Sikkim is the Gangtok, which is in the east of Sikkim. Before it was in the Yaksum, it was the West Sikkim. And so that time he used to come from that way down there. So his first resting place was nearby the Ging there. There is one monastery there. And the second resting place is up there in the observatory hill, which this monastery, the real place was up there. Tibetan Apso. Tibetan Buddhism, this monastery comes to the Geluk school, which is the last school, and also known as the Yellow Hat sect. Yeah. And started by the Dalai Lama. Yeah. He's the present Dalai Lama, and we'll visit down there. This is the Tibetan Refugee Centre. And you know, when the China invaded the Tibet, that time the Tibetan people started coming everywhere in India, and some of them came here also. And all this land was gifted by the American NGO Society that time, and it was held by the Indian government as well. And all the buildings, and they were facilitated with one school, the hospital down there, hospital with 2 nurses and a doctor, but it's not using that hospital because that is the emergency hospital only with small kind of the little sickness. Yeah. It is closed, the hospital, but we can see others. Okay. Sure. Yeah. And most of this wool, they use the sheep wool. Sheep wool, and they dye here, they make it here, and they make the carpets, the shawls, and all the souvenir things, and they help each other. The showroom is there, but it's not open yet. After making the thread, they keep all the threads here. It's closed here also, but they keep it here. And this is the final stage here. They're making the carpets. आजको वेदर त हेरौँ माथि अँधेरो चित्रेमा गाडी कुदेको चरा खरा खेर This is the first cable car system of India, and this used to be the very long ropeway, and this used to be the Asia's longest ropeway, but later on it was made shorter. Now it will just go till the place where we are going right now, till the Tukvar. Yeah. Baba, we'll take a break here, okay? Yeah. Now you'll see all the tea gardens here.
Oh, here's the tea.
Yeah.
So the tea itself is this?
No, yes, the little one.
Yeah.
The tea is made with this.
So do you have to pick it before it grows?
Yes. And actually, there's a difference between the other tea and the Darjeeling tea.
Yeah.
In Darjeeling tea, we pluck only this two leaf and a bud.
Yeah.
And the harvesting season also, this is the time for the first flush, which comes with the very expensive teas in the world.
First flush.
First flush, yes. And the second flush is also expensive. And the third flush is on the August and September. So because of the heavy rainfall, you'll get the lots of tea leaves, but not very good at the flavors. So the last flush, the autumn flush, is expensive, and the monsoon flush is not really counted in Darjeeling tea because you won't get the flavors.
Yeah. So it's what is Darjeeling tea famous for?
Darjeeling tea is famous for the black tea, most probably the black tea, but you'll get the 4 types of tea: black, green, white, and oolong. And every tea garden, there's like 87 tea gardens all around Darjeeling. When first British planted the tea, there were like 114 tea gardens.
Yeah.
And later on, nowadays it's like 87, something like that. But some of the tea gardens are not working, and they are still already closed. And I guess like the 70 of the tea gardens are still working.
Why did they close?
Because like nowadays the people don't want to work in the tea garden because the owner, they pay very less money.
Yeah.
So don't want to work in the tea garden. But every tea garden have their own specialty.
Yeah.
Like this is called the Tukvar Puttabong area. So from this area you'll see the Queen's Hand. This is the very famous. They give their own name for the teas. And from this area the Queen's Hand is very famous. And the factory is down there. We walk from here. They're waving hands to you.
Hello.
You can see how carefully they pluck the leaves. आजको फर्स्ट केबल कार. हाम्रो अविनाश दादाको गाउँ तल. मेरो साथी रिदम थापाको पनि मौली गाउँ. अब हामी यहाँ रेस्ट गर्छौँ एकछिन. We are very nearby now.
The tea factory?
Yeah. Our car will come there only.
Great.
सुनसान भइरहेको रहेछ गाउँ. खुसी लाग्यो क्या बुढालाई भिडियोहरू गरेको त्यस्तो मलाई ननिकाल्न भनेर कि अन्त भिडियोमा ननिकालेको के गर्दैछ यहाँनिर मान्छे हो कि के हो ए मान्छे प्रेस काम गर्दै रहेछ नि त अङ्कलले This is the school here. This is the Tibetan High School. Established in 1954. त दिएन तर अलिदेखि अब बाहिरबाट र हामीले चाहिँ यहाँनिर भिडियो एन्ड गरेको है हामीले टकभरमा लन्च सन्च गरेर उकालो आयो है र भिडियोमा चाहिँ मैले क्लाइन्टलाई चाहिँ निकालिनँ भन्दा चाहिँ अब उसलाई त्यस्तो अब भिडियोहरू गरेको चाहिँ मन पर्दैन अरे त्यही भएर मैले उसलाई चाहिँ निकालिनँ है अन्त अब चाहिँ यहाँबाट चाहिँ हामी सिधै सिलगढी जाने है आज हामी चौरस्ता होटल एल्गनबाट स्टार्ट गरेर चौरस्ता भएर भोटे बस्ती भएर लभ रोड भएर लास्टमा एन्ड चाहिँ हामीले टकभरमा गऱ्यौँ है थ्याङ्क यू सो मच